It's finally done. The Book of Berserk. Or my Berserk only sketchbook, whatever you want to call it. It's finally done. After 2 years. 2 years of work. From April 30th, 2023, all the way to December 28th, 2024. Yeah, it took a while. And yeah, we're gonna go through it, because why not? So of course we got the first one, you know, in this glorious sketchbook. This was the first drawing I did with a dipping pen. You know, one of these. Never actually done anything before with a dipping pen before this drawing, and I've done this drawing I think twice. I probably have the other one somewhere. I forget where I put it. I don't know. If I find, I'll put a picture up on the screen. But how we're gonna go through this is I'm gonna have my drawing and then like the original on this side of the screen somewhere. I don't know. Figure it out when I edit this video. Yeah, definitely took me a while to get used to the feel of a dipping pen, because I was so used to microns and just things like that. Next up we got this panel from, I think it's the first volume, I think? Yeah, I think it's first volume. And this was the second time I used a dipping pen. This was May 1st of last year, or 2023 I guess. I'm recording this January 17th of 2025, so yeah. And yeah, as you can see, I used gray markers. I stopped doing that because it just started ruining the drawings and I hated it. But yeah, second time using a dipping pen, and you know, I don't think it's that bad. I like this one. And of course, here's the original over here. And the next one is this one. And yeah, you can see why I stopped using the gray. It's not as bad in this one. I mean, it's kind of bad. I don't like the gray. So I stopped using it. I think a few more panels after this one. But yeah, you can see the cape here. A little messy. Still trying to get used to that dipping pen. But yeah, honestly, Rosine didn't turn out that bad. I thought it was gonna be worse. I don't know, I was really nervous doing this one because I'm not very used to anything, drawing manga or anything like Berserk at this point. And this was May 7th, 2023. This next one is actually one of my favorites. It used to be one of my favorites. I love this panel. Well, the original at least. And this one, yeah, used more gray. And then I remember this like almost ripping the paper because of how much because of how hard I was pressing down on the dipping pen. And also, it's a little messy. I was using a medium pen. So if I was to draw this today, I would use the smaller pen nib for like those finer details. I was using one of these. It still turned out alright, but a bit darker than I'd like. This next one was actually a mix of, I think, both micron and dipping pen. I know most of the shading on the armor was micron, because I think I ran out of ink at this point. And then all the darkness, like all the blacks, were the brush pens I have. Let me get one. It's one of these. They're pretty nice brush pens. They're cheap, but they look pretty nice. And this was June 3rd, 2023. Yeah, I don't really know where the dipping pen was. Maybe for the outline? I really can't tell. Maybe, oh no, it was okay. So now, if I touch here, I can feel like the bumps from the dipping pen. So I started out doing the helmet, and then yeah, the rest of it's micron. So yeah, and you know, pencil smears appear for like the dark clouds, as seen in the reference. The next one is probably, or used to be, one of my favorites. I love this panel. I want to redraw this soon. I probably will when I'm not working on the manga. But yeah, this was my favorite panel for so long, or my favorite drawing for so long. Definitely messy shading. I could definitely do better if I redid this. But, yeah. I don't see a date on this, but it had to have been after, what was the last one? June 3rd? This is probably like June 20th or so of 2023, something like that. But yeah, I love this drawing. You know what, I will. I'm gonna redraw this sometime. And here's the original. I love this panel. So this one is in the Guts vs. Rosine fight, when he's jumping out of the water. I don't know why I chose this one. I guess it just looked cool. This isn't actually a full page drawing. It's about 3/4 page drawing, or maybe half page drawing. I forget. I don't know. It looked cool. I liked how he did the water effects, so I tried to replicate that. All the white dots for like water droplets and stuff. That was cool. Yeah, this one was July 21st, 2023, which is weird because I feel like I did this in school. Most of the sketchbook was done in the 11th grade last year. Yeah, I don't know. Here's the original. Alright, this next one was definitely done in school because I remember doing this. Yeah, this was the first time I'd ever used the stippling method, which is something I hate but love at the same time. If you have been on the channel for a little bit and watched some of the live streams, I love stippling, I love it, but oh my god, it takes forever, and I hate doing it, but it looks so good when it's done. Yeah, I love how just everything came out. So for the first time doing this, I would make this lighter. It's a bit too dark for the sky. This was September 8th, 2023. Yeah, overall I really like this one. I mean, he's a bit stiff here. Oh, his arm looks weird. But he also looks stiff in the original too. I'm pretty sure, I don't know. I don't have him up. But yeah, I love how, like this, how Schierke's cape came out. I love it. Alright, the next one is actually a colored drawing that I just did in black and white. I'm gonna try to find it. I don't really remember what chapter this is from. I'll try to find it, I don't know. The only thing I don't like about this is that the background is kind of lazy, and he's a little skinny, I'm not gonna lie. Other than that, I think the shading's pretty good. Like on his cape, his hair, his arms. It was a little difficult to, you know, go from color to black and white. So if I find the reference, I'll put it right here, where every other reference is. But yeah, not too bad. That was September 14th, 2023. And this one is actually, I don't know if I wanted to finish this one, because this isn't the full panel. This is just the guts part of it. But I think this is when he's jumping from the sea tentacles from the pirate ship. Like he's jumping from, I think it's like a split page, so there's actually more to this. I don't know why I used the brush pen for this. I don't know why. I think it looks alright. I don't know. I mean, I would have used the other one. I would have used this one, but I was still learning the dipping pen, so yeah, if I was to do this, definitely would have just used the dipping pen and not the brush pen. I also used the brush pen for the cape here too. You know what? Shading isn't too bad. I think the ink was starting to go bad, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I don't know. Also, some of it might have been Micron. Don't really remember this panel too well, I'll be honest. The next one was this one. The only complaint I have about this one, really, is that the face is just too long. But I remember drawing this at like a really weird angle where, you know, I'm not even gonna explain it because it's such a confusing thing when I explain it, so I'm not gonna bother. I was drawing at a weird angle, and from the angle I was drawing at, it looked fine, but like if I look at it directly, it looks weird. So yeah, some of the background, it's alright. I forget if I used Micron on this or not. I think the shading on the cape is really good. I like the shading. This was Micron, I believe. Can't really tell. But But yeah, my incredible handwriting, of course. This next one is probably one of the best ones. It's like 1-to-1. It's so good. I love it. I still love it. This was from October 4th. I don't think I'd redraw this, just because it's such like a small design. I wouldn't redraw it on like a bigger piece of paper. But oh my god, it looks good. I love it. You know, we're stippling here. Yeah, here's the original. This is also like a quarter of a page, I think. So yeah, I had to add more cape, I think, here. And some other spot, I don't know. I forget. Now this one. I really like the shading on this one because I think I used this pen nib for the first time, this like really small one, instead of using the medium. I think it just looks better. The only thing I hate about this, if these pens would stop rolling over here. Stop. Why? Why you do this? Alright. The only thing I hate about this one is the background. Yeah, that stippling was not worth it. It looks like shit. I'm not gonna lie. I did not like the background, but I love how Guts turned out on this one. And of course my incredible handwriting. That's the real art of this entire sketchbook, my handwriting. It's just so good. Now the next one. One of my favorite panels in all Berserk, easily. I love this panel. I recently redrew it. Probably put it like right here. And I'll put the reference over it after. But yeah, this was my favorite for so long. Even though there's things wrong with it. Like the head looks a little weird in this one. This was October 11th, 2023. But god damn, I love this one for so long. This was definitely my favorite until like I don't know. I think it was just my favorite pretty much the whole time until I redrew it recently. Speaking of favorites, this is one of my favorite panels. I want to redraw this, and yeah, I used gray on it, and it looks like shit, and I hate it. But oh my god, the detail on Guts, his body, it looks so good. It's damn near perfect. But just ignore Jill's face. That's not a thing. This was October 31st. Puck's face is a little messed up, but oh well. And I used like a lighter gray for Rosine. I do want to redraw this though in like a bigger piece of paper. If I did, I would buy Tones for this, for sure. Which I should have done with that Vagabond one we just recently did. Because oh my god, that stippling took forever. It was like 3.5 hours of stippling and I didn't even finish it. Wild. So you might notice a trend with the conviction arc, or the start of it. Because it's such a good arc! The Guts vs. Rosine fight is so good. The artwork is so good. I love it. So yeah, there's like probably 5 more of these from that chapter. I think that's probably my favorite chapter for artwork. Because it looks so good. It's so good. This was November 3rd, 2023 too. The only thing I could say I change with this one, probably make the blood a bit darker. Yeah, probably that. Next one is actually another one I redrew. First time I drew this, the background looked nicer, I'm not gonna lie. But this one definitely looks better for like Femto being a better size in proportion to like the hand and everything. That all looks better, but I like the other background for the first time I drew this. It looks better. I should have stippled this, I'm not gonna lie. I should have stippled that. I don't see a date on this one, so what's the next date? 12/8. What was this one? 10? Or 11/3. It's probably like halfway through November, or something like that. Going back to the Children of the Forest arc, or the Lost Children arc, whatever. I call it both. I don't care, sue me. Anyway. This is another one of my favorite panels. It's actually my lock screen on my phone. The only thing I hate about this, the face. I messed the face up. But like, god damn, the shading around the tree is so good. Again, this is another drawing I'd redo on like a really big piece of paper. Definitely would redo this one. Make the face better. But god damn, the shading. It's so good. And this was December 8th, 2023. Next one I actually never posted on anything. But I think it was one of the book covers. I think it's like volume 40 or something like that. It's, that's alright. I mean, I feel like it just looks weird because of the shading. But also I really couldn't shade it any other way because it's a color drawing. I think it looks alright though. This was December 10th, 2023. Yeah, I don't know. Never really posted this one anywhere. Probably could have done a better job with the cross-hatching on the Dragon Slayer, to be honest. Not one of my favorites. Could have done better. Yeah, this next one, the shading isn't too bad, but yeah, that leg, the knee would be like here. That leg is way too big. I don't know, I just don't like this panel, this drawing in general. I don't know. Like when I was sketching it, it looked really good, and then when I finished it, then I realized the knee would be like here. I'm like, yeah, no, this is terrible. And yes, the stippling. That probably took me forever. I probably used this one, the large pen nib. That usually gives like the really dark one. God damn it. Don't see a date on this one. So it's like on the back. Oh yeah. Oh, first one of 2024. January 4th. Next one is your boy SKULLKNIGHT, of course. January 16th, 2024. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I love this one. The only thing I'd do differently, not use white ink to go over the black. It still looks good, but I can tell like what's white ink and what's the paper. Yeah. Should have just left it. I should have like shaded it better. But yeah, other than that, I love this panel. And of course, I have the iconic panel. I've redrawn this panel like probably 3 or 4 times by now. And this is definitely the best one I've done. I love this one. This was January 19th of last year. And yeah, the only thing I'd change, the hand and the shading here. Because it doesn't look that good. The hand's too small, and that's just lazy shading. But oh my god, the cape. The cape is beautiful. And the armor is beautiful. So that's another one I'd redraw on like a really big piece of paper. Next one is also another one of my favorites because it's probably my favorite like volume cover. I don't know, I love this cover. And yeah, it's colored, so I had to figure out a way to make it black and white. Honestly, I think it turned out really good. I love this drawing. I mean, his helmet just looks metallic. I love how I did that. And then here, I didn't really know what to do, so I just stippled it. Yeah, that's alright. That was January 23rd last year. I don't really know what I would change about this, other than like the stippling here. I don't know. Next one. This one was actually really good. Like the shading on this, clean. Look at that armor. Look at that armor. It's beautiful. Yeah, this is the one where he's on the boat fighting the sea god from February 3rd, 2024. You know, my beautiful handwriting makes a return. Don't really know what to say about this one. I just think the armor is hella clean. Some of the stippling up here is could have been better. Maybe some of the cross hatching here. Other than that, yeah, I don't know. I like it. And we make a return to the Lost Children arc. Of course, again. This one's just okay. I mean, Jill's face, I can't draw women, so... yeah. And I don't know what happened to Puck. Yeah, this one I rushed. Because that looks rushed, and then... what What else looks rushed? His arm here looks rushed. Like his forearm gets like really skinny. Don't like that. What is this from? January 31st, 2024? It's so weird, I feel like I just drew this. Like, not too long ago. It was almost a year ago. Wow. This one... yeah, I don't know. I like this one a lot. Not only because it just looks good, but I love the panel. You got all the mermaids, are they mermaids or sirens? Nah, whatever. Mermaids. You got them lifting guts out of the water. It's pretty cool. Here's the reference. Yeah, this is when I learned that you should stipple with a really small pen nib and not a medium pen nib. Because you can see here, like, that's really dark, and then, where is it here? That's like lighter and looks better. So yeah, that's when I started stippling with the smaller pen nib. But yeah, the shading on this one was pretty good. I like it. That was from... is there a date on this one? February 20th, 2024. Okay, so the next one, I posted this on TikTok, and it got flamed. You know what? I don't blame him. Big ass nose guts. I love this panel, but yeah, no, his nose is too big. Way too big. Remember the comments? It was like the Minecraft villager comments. It was so funny. And at first I'm like, what are these guys talking about? The nose doesn't look that big. Nah, it's big. That's a big nose. I did not draw that correctly. Here's the reference though. Shading wise, yeah, it's pretty good. I like it. I think the shading on the right here, going over to like stippling, I like that. That was March 4th last year. I probably could have done a better job with the roof here, but other than that, yeah, looks alright. And yet again, we return to Lost Children's arc. Yeah, I rushed this one. I remember rushing this. It looks alright. It's not the greatest. It's not the worst either. I kind of messed up the shading here. You can tell it goes from like straight lines to that. And then speed lines are kind of just all too close together. You know, I can't tell if the Dragon Slayer was too big or not. Because it's like, I don't know, it seems too big in the reference image, so I think this part turned out pretty good though. Where he's screaming. The only thing I don't like about this one, probably the face. Probably the face, yeah. And this was April 19th, 23. Sorry, 24. No, that does say 23, fuck. Did I mess up the date for that? Yep. Thought it was the previous year. It wasn't. And then this one is actually my home screen on my phone. This was the day before my birthday, March 26th. And then, yeah, I don't know. I could have done better with this one. I'd redraw this, to be honest. This is also one of my favorite panels because I don't know. Also Lost Children's arc, so. If you can't tell, I'm a bit of a fan of that chapter. Kinda love it. But yeah, I would redraw it. I don't know, the face just looks off. Like the eye. I guess, I'm not too sure. And this one, I think I've drawn this panel twice. I think it's the second time. I actually just recently finished this. It was just guts and the lines and the black background, so I had to add all like the raindrops in. I don't know if this looks better than the first time I made it. I'll post a reference image if I can find the first one I made. I should be able to find it. But yeah, this was April 3rd, 24. Probably gotta fix like the mouth. And the grass could probably be better too. Yeah, I don't know. Can you guys guess what the next one's gonna be? That's right! Lost Children arc. I'm now realizing how many of these drawings I did. Like, I might as well just like redraw the whole chapter at this point. Yeah, I like this one. I'm not gonna lie. The background cross-hatching, meh, it's alright. I didn't really know what to do, you know, because like the reference. So everything else looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I had to white out all that because I messed up. I went all the way down with the black lines, so that's the only thing I messed up on now. Next one. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This is clean. I love this drawing. I did this on stream, I think, in one night. I think this drawing took me like 4 hours or something like that. That was April 24th, 2024. And it just looks so good. I love it. I don't know. I use the brush pen for a lot of it. With the clothes and everything. I think the kanji looks pretty good. Pretty sure that's what it's called, kanji. And, yeah, I don't know. I forgot about that panel until I like started rereading Berserk for the 50th time. And I saw him attacking Wyald in that panel. I'm like, I forgot about this. I'm gonna draw it. Because it looks cool. This one, I started before I went to Florida. And when I came back from Florida, I finished it. And you guessed it, Children of the Forest arc, again. Also, you might notice the jump in dates. You know, April and then July. Pretty sure I did canvas drawings for most of April through July, and then I went to Florida for like 2 weeks. Then when I got back, I finished this. My incredible handwriting makes a return to WW. My handwriting is so bad. It's the only thing that like ruins the drawing is my handwriting. The shading for the cape. I could have done that better. Everything else was like really good though. I love how it turned out. And then there's this one. You might notice. Wait, that's not July, that's June. Yeah, I wrote the date after. So I did this in Florida. I don't like it. I'd regret doing this in Florida. I don't know, I don't like how I shaded Casca, and then Guts' face just looks weird. So yeah, I drew this, and then I finished this, and then I dated it, but I already started this before I went to Florida. So yeah, I mean, like, the shading on the boots is actually pretty nice, and the arms are pretty nice. I don't know. Not a very good drawing to make in the sketchbook. This one I actually, like, recently did. Sort of. Wait, what was this date? July was the other one, I think. And then, yeah, this was October. I must have done like more canvas drawings or something. And then did this one. I think it turned out alright. The ink really wasn't flowing from the pen when I was doing this one. So that was really annoying to deal with. The only thing I'd say I'd change about this, maybe the size of his hair. I don't know, his head looks a little too big. And his toes are a bit long. So other than that, I think it looks pretty good. Which kind of sucks because I hated the fact that the ink wasn't working. Because I really wanted to make this drawing. And it was just taking me so long, I got so frustrated at it. Yeah, next one. Did this one really not too long ago. It's probably on the back, right? Nope, okay. Well, oh no, it's up here. Yeah, October 29th, 24. I did this one on a canvas. This was like the first ever Berserk drawing I did. So I wanted to redo it. And yeah, this looks so much better than the canvas one I'd made. That's on my wall. It looks so much better. If I had to change something about this one, I don't know. I don't really think I'd change anything. Maybe the shape of the eye. Not too sure. This one we did pretty recently. Where is... Okay, I didn't date this one. His face looks a little weird. The stippling took forever. The roof took forever. And honestly, just like drawing his pose was kind of just a pain in the ass. I remember doing that. Overall, I think the drawing turned out pretty nice though. It's not too bad. You know, my incredible handwriting makes a return once again. Oh wait, no, it's right here. That's the date. Why did I write it so small? November 3rd, 2024. I didn't even see it. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This is fucking perfection. It looks so good. So good. Honestly, one of my best ones. For being accurate, this is definitely one of my best ones. It looks so good. I think the only thing that is just barely slightly off is the eye. In some way, I don't know. Like, it's just barely off. But I love how it turned out. I think I tried doing this one before, and it didn't work out well, so I just didn't post it. This was like probably 2 years ago. Wait, this was November 8th. It's kind of crazy. I feel like I just drew that like last month. not almost 3 months ago. It's so weird. But yeah, I love this drawing. And of course we got the Guts vs. Mozgos drawing that I redid. Yeah, I don't know. The hair looks a little weird. Probably should have shaded it a bit darker, but everything else I think looks really good. This was November 30th. Yeah, not too bad. I don't really have much to say about this one. This is the second time I did this drawing. First time was 2 years ago, I think, in the other sketchbook. And before I show the last page, there's actually another one that I did in a separate sketchbook that I don't think I posted. Here it is. It was Judeau. I drew the goat. It was October 21st. The reason is because I kept this in the art classroom at my school, and I didn't have this sketchbook, or else I would have drew this in there. But yeah, this one turned out pretty good. I like how the glove turned out. Looks nice. The only thing I'd change, probably, I don't know, his arm seems like a little skinnier. Also, there's like supposed to be a tree here that I thought I drew. I guess I didn't. Yeah. Time for the last one. The last page. It's glorious. I love it. So yeah, I let you guys vote for this one. Yeah, it turned out really good. I loved how this one turned out. That was December 28th. Oh my god, it looks good. The stippling, the waterfalls. This one took me like 4 or 5 streams, I think. Yeah, it took me forever. Oh yeah, what a panel to end the sketchbook off on. That's the final page. And yeah, that's a great panel. I love it. Yeah, that's probably it. So yeah, that's the entire sketchbook. The whole Book of Berserk. Took me just under 2 years. Just a little under 2 years. Oh my god. Happy I'm done with it, but I'm also not. Oh my god, this one's so good. I'm sorry. But yeah, let me know what you guys think was your favorite one, because I could not choose, to be honest. There's so many ones that I've done I just love so much. I think the one I hate the most definitely got to be like that one with Guts and Casca I drew. Yeah, this one. This one I probably hate the most, to be honest. Also, the reason it took me like almost 2 years is because I did other drawings as well. I did some Vagabond ones, I did other Berserk ones on like canvases. Recently did that Vagabond one, if you want to go check that out. Like, if you like Berserk and you like time-lapse drawings, definitely the channel for you, because I have so many of those. I love it. I love drawing Berserk. Taking a break from it though right now, because we just finished this. And also I'm working on a manga, so short series manga, nothing too big. Maybe I'll continue it, make it into like a full thing. I don't know if it goes well. But yeah, it's actually like right there, just out of camera. But yeah, if you like Berserk and drawing, definitely the channel for you. So if you want, go check out the other videos. I got a ton of them, and I live stream a lot, so if you'd like to see them live, probably just hop in there sometime, because I go live pretty often. Also, I said on stream that this would be like my final Berserk drawing. It's not. I'm still gonna do Berserk drawings, just not as frequently as I did them, because I want to work on that manga for the majority of my time when I get home from school, and that's what I've been doing. Oh my god, I've already put so many hours into it. Like just storyboarding, I'm still writing. I have like 12 chapters written out or something like that. And then I only just started like actually drawing chapter 1, I think, last week. I haven't worked on it in a few days because I've been sick, if you couldn't tell. Been a little sick. Feeling better though. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I know I don't do many videos like this. I want to start doing more videos where I'm like talking and explaining stuff. I want to do tutorials too. I usually leave it up to people in Discord to see and talk to them about like what tutorials they'd want to see, for like drawing women or shading like Berserk or stuff like that, which are probably videos I'm going to make soon. But yeah, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Hey, future Ethan here. I did not think this video would be 35 goddamn minutes long. So if you watched the entire thing through, thank you so much, appreciate it. Really did try to cut out like as much as I could, and it was still 35 minutes. I don't know how. And like I said earlier, I stream a lot on here. Gonna try to do a manga stream pretty soon. Just like inking the first 2 pages or so. But yeah, that's all. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next one. Bye!